got back on time. Things are amazing. Alright, if I see some chatting, we're on. Alright, well that'll do for me. That is a famous work, Dancing with the Sugar Plum Fairies. It's Christmas music. About that, I bought 2 songs in my life. Actual, the rights 2 songs. That and the Star Spangled Banner, which I got struck for hundreds of strikes, even though I had the paperwork proving I bought it. Hey, John Ma in the house. How are you, girl? Everything going okay with you? I'm just hanging in there, man. It's been, the last few years, I've just been shitty. I've had all my best friends die. I made a few new friends. That's a positive. But my grandma passed. That was the worst. Been a rough couple years, I guess, since the old fake shutdown. It's been shitty. Hey, Miss Darlene, great to see you. So, Miss Drama, how are you doing? I'm always worried about your grandson. I would rather him in one of these new F-47. Well, they're Boeing, so maybe not. Who makes the Apache? I mean, in a video game, it's always better to have an Apache. Just because, in a video game, he's playing for life. So, you know what I mean. It's just so weird for me. So my 2 best friends, one was a year or 2 older than me, didn't smoke cigarettes, drank once or twice a week, lightly, 3 drinks. It was all due to, what? They had to keep their jobs because either one of them had child support and the other one had to take it because he had some surgeries and they wouldn't let him in the hospital unless he took it. You guys know how many times I've lied and perjured myself. I've not taken shit. You'd probably have to, you'd have to knock me out, I guess, or strap me down, one of the two. 0.0% chance. Remember, I'm the guy with you guys on the line that drove to the emergency room 29 times, cost our family with United Insurance and Medicare and Medicaid and supplemental, cost us over $90,000 for my father's visit. Now, I've been breaking down those proteins. There's actually 2. They actually advertise them here, and I ended up already broke down mine, guys. And hey, you don't just get these spike proteins from the shots. They got them in the food, the air, the everything now. That's why they don't want you to have the eggs. The more eggs you can eat, they run right through that protein. And so does Norcrodes. I'll go look at it. And another, Baryonium, two other ones. And hey, I'm not even trying to sell you anything. Most people would have those available for you, not me. Just like I nailed XRP, y'all already made 100% of your money. It's going to be tens of thousands of percent for my call last week. Dr. Joey has 50,000 shares. He's going to, well, he needs to buy his boy something. I've been talking up XRP and silver and even UNG, U.S. natural gas, just what's called ETF, exchange traded fund. So it's not a mutual fund. It's something that tries to bear the value of silver, gold, or another commodity, or Bitcoin. When I saw that Goldman Sachs had derivatives of Bitcoin, I knew the game was over. Completely over. Right? So it's about your last time to get. Dr. Joey got in at 50 cents. I think they're at $250 now, 50,000. But I think, honest to God, guys, and I'm not exaggerating, I think there's $100 to $1,000 ceiling near term on XRP, only because of how it was written and what it's able to do versus the rest of the scams. No. All right, who wants to guess? Spiky in the house. Darlene, God bless you. Hey, I had to lie. Remember when my daughter broke her shoulder? I showed y'all how bad it was. It was a level 4 break, which I don't even know if I've heard of that. The bones are so far apart. I've been some serious shit, probably a lot more serious than that, but when it's your 12-year-old, I had to sign all this paperwork saying I just had forgotten my Mary card, and I saw the nurse was winking at me because she knew my daughter needed me there, right? No, too big of a deal, man. I was like and still am, the rock in the family. But you know what? I'll never forget this nurse. I might forget what she looks like, but I'll never forget what she did for me. She allowed me to get into the back of one of the high-end medical centers here in Houston with a couple winks and grabbing my arm, etc. I would have been, well, who knows? All right, let's get started tonight. I think we have an uptick going on right now. We should probably take a look at the stars, if we can get them. I think I'm going to move to a more powerful computer that I have. It's going to be a weird move. So many softwares. But it's just so much more powerful. It's twice as powerful. And so I didn't want to make the move because it's like moving an apartment, right? All right, so we have two geomagnetic connections. Oh no, wow, this is really weird. oh, Venus is in there. I was like, this is really weird. I can't see Venus, Mercury. Now I can. Remember, I have one or a half eye. And I guess Mars is right behind us. This is a super lineup. If the moon came into our area through here, excuse me, not Mars, but I'm saying if the moon was either in front of us or behind us, the fact that these are lit up in pink lets you know there's a magnetic connection between Earth and those two planets. And hey, we have gas giants, if you want the truth. Now that line there means they're millions of more miles out than they look. This is not the scale. This stuff is way out, okay? Saturn, Neptune, way out there. But you know what? They're still being pulled by our sun and orbiting our sun from that supposed Big Bang, etc., right? Supposed. I don't trust anyone anymore. Sorry. All right. She's wearing 10, 12, 12, 14. You know what? I bought my child a $1,400 iPhone 13 Pro, and I met with her for lunch. And I mean, she's the kind of person that takes an Uber at 13, okay? She's got like well, fans only is all I can say. All right. Let's take a guess. I will get to counting. I think we have had 79 volcanoes erupting and 81 over the last 2 times we've reviewed it, but that has been within about a week's time. So I think the most we've ever seen is 81 this year. The least we've seen this year is 38. Quite a difference, but facts are facts, right? All right, I'll get to counting. So it's going to be low. All right, well, you know where we're at. It's going to be a heavy count. I'm going to argue 79, but it might be 80 because I don't know if I counted that one right there coming through the other direction. 79 to 80 volcanoes erupting around the world. And these are the 26% that we enjoy. They're up and above sea level, right? remember, every island, everywhere, well, is a volcanic island. Can someone, and I'm sure there's an example, can someone tell me an island, and if you get two plates that push up together, it would form an island? And I'm sure there's many instances of that happening. I'm just saying, well, most of your islands, and there's millions of them, millions, or volcanic islands, right? Hey, Miss Catherine. So we're going to go with 79. These are minor and major eruptions. All right. So I want to, let's go live. This thing keeps blowing, like extensive, huge blows that are seen throughout the island. And then all of a sudden, nothing. This is Kilauea. Kilauea and, hey, Mauna Loa is just behind it, activity-wise. Neither one of them are considered erupting right now, so there's two from our count. I think we're in a position or situation or time period that we're going to start seeing a lot more volcanic activity. We've got to, especially out of the U.S. West Coast, okay? U.S. West Coast. Call my favorite subscriber. Hey Siri, call Martha on speakerphone.
Calling Martha on speaker.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Martha.
How are ya?
How are you doing?
I'm doing as well as can be expected.
Well,
Not, no disappointments. Right?
right. As long as you don't. Believe it or not, I understand. 99.9% of the families are paycheck to paycheck, and out of that 9%, let me say something else. 40 or 50% have already been hit with that one cost that were thrown into a bad situation. If it was medical, if it was auto, if it was whatever it was, I've never seen people hurt. And I've been here a long time. I've been here a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're only 29.
Tell me.
Hey, did you see that weirdo that he didn't have a real channel? I had to go check it all out. That I know because you stuck up for me, and I wanted to say I appreciate you.
Thank you.
But I didn't even have a channel in those years. I started in. I've been here. What were the worst ones? He said, "I've been here for the beginning. Where your locusts? Where your and weird, scary." And then he said, "Don't y'all get it? He works for the government." I said, "I wish I did work for the government."
Don't we all?
I mean, based on what we're seeing, yes.
Right.
Right? I mean, why would I not want to work for the government? But no, of course, I don't have that job, right?
Yeah. I thought we all worked for the government.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess we all do.
Whether we...
Yeah.
Depends on who signs the paychecks, but... eventually.
if they're just buying drinks or if they're slush funding money into different areas, we're always working for them. We're always working for them. I mean,
People are just a little left of crazy.
the government's 99% too large.
Yes. I completely agree with what Trump and Elon are doing.
Well, you can get
84,000 IRS agents is a little bit of overkill. A whole lot of overkill.
Hey, especially when y'all realize they went ahead and hired them. They've moved them into different spots like Border Patrol and stuff. Because some stupid judge spoke up, they couldn't get rid of them. So, you know what? Y'all all think Doge has saved y'all all this money. But after the continuing resolution vote Friday night, and that's why me and you were watching this. We were inside the spaceship. Remember?
Right.
The spaceship.
Right. Yep.
Remember, I knew this would happen. I said it while we were doing it. I said, I bet they're fucking over there voting right now.
Yeah.
And what did I tell y'all? 100% chance. And I was willing to put a lot on it. Probably too much. That they would pass the continuing resolution, and there had already been a deal made, or the Republicans wouldn't have left from the House on vacation 3 days early. So I knew there was a deal done. They're so lazy and complicit and just in your face.
And backhanded.
It's just in your face, so that you know when it's happening. If you just use your head.
Yeah, they're not even trying to hide it anymore.
You know what? They don't feel like they even have to hide it anymore. With Pam Bondi as an AG, I don't blame them.
Right.
She is the worst. I can't believe I thought she was going to be the best. Oh,
well, I'm hoping there's things in the background that we just don't know yet. That's all I can hope for with her.
Let me just tell you that I know everything and there's not.
No, I didn't think so. I think it was too big of a job.
And I will agree with that. It would take a team, and you couldn't be worried about your walk down to Fox, and it'd be a whole someone that gave up on that part of their life of being wanted. You'd have to do this one for yourself, or for your for God and your people. This wouldn't be. She's still doing it for the wrong reasons. That's why she'll never be successful.
Right.
I know you know what I mean.
Yep, I do.
Right.
And, you're coming into an agency that, or a position that hasn't had a whole lot of support from the employees, the underling, or the public. And
oh God,
I guess
no.
she thought walking in there, spouting this and that she was going to be able, to overcome. But she hasn't proven anything, in my opinion.
You know what? And this sounds stupid too, but she's a little young. I wouldn't have taken her on.
She's in her 60s.
Is she? She's older than me.
I believe so.
She got some good. She's got some good toner, guys.
She's got some good genes, right?
That's
you
what.
wouldn't believe I'm in my 143rd year.
Listen to this, guys. I had 4 friends, and we were talking about her walking down with whoever went to visit. I guess it was the MMA fighter. She looked like she was trying to walk in a fashion show, and everything about her was fashion showish. And they all said it, all 4 or 5 of them at the same time. That's all a man got out of that. We got no. We didn't get what we were supposed to out of it. We should have gotten a strong lady walking. She can, I mean, look 100 times more like a hooker and not bother me. It's her attitude and what she does, actions, right? Actions and words, and I don't like any of it.
Right. I agree. She really just hasn't, to me, come up with anything that was like, wow, man, great job.
And then you gotta wonder if she's deep state, because she was down. Because she was down in Florida when Epstein was getting all busted anyway and let him go and stuff. It's not like she wasn't the AG and stuff. I mean,
and she made me great as being a big fish in a little pond.
But remember, after 3 years, I got enough information to teach you guys that Bill Barr was Donald Barr's son who hired Jeffrey Epstein, and Bill Barr was already the AG for Bush Sr., who Trump pretended like he hated.
Which was the CIA, right?
And it started out as the OSS, remember? Into the CIA. And Trump ran it all. Or not Trump. Bush. You know, I know way too much from my britches, but we'll see. Even if someone were to sit down and say, we're going to tell y'all everything we know about the whole world on Friday night from 6 to 10, only about 10% of the people in the world, and maybe less, would sit through the conversation.
I would sit there.
I would. And
I would sit there.
Of course, my subscribers would, because they're people that realize the one day you don't learn something, you've died a little bit inside.
That's true. That is very true. You have to learn something every day, or you are slipping. That's why we come to your place, right?
I've got so much to teach y'all, but it's hard over the computer.
Well, there's so much you're limited in being able to say, too.
Oh, on this shithole.
That's why I've said something about doing members only, because you can say stuff back there behind that paywall.
Well,
you can't say on regular route.
Hey, you know what? If the 20,000 people that watch today would go over Rumble, I'll bail for good. I'll take my chances. Problem is people don't like Rumble. And
Rumble's hard to...
It sucks. They suck. I'd like to kick them all in the ass. I'm sure they're paid to suck. You know what I mean? I mean, pay these people to suck because, God...
That's why YouTube is good or famous or whatever.
It's the best social platform.
User-friendly.
And it is number 2 or 3. It's not number 1. I think it's 2 or 3. Yeah. But the people in the demographic that have money, they go to YouTube. They don't go to Instagram or TikTok.
Right.
So people spend 100 times more money advertising on YouTube as they do here. Does anyone know? Why don't you tell? Let me see how much you've learned. Remember,
I'm tired, but go ahead.
All right. What's today? It's Friday, right?
Friday. Yes.
So this joint.
Well, I don't know what time it is. Might be Saturday.
So do you know how many hours someone from Greece that works full time at a bank works, or any professional job?
You mean actual working?
No, the whole being.
Or there in the building at the bank?
Their whole contribution for the week there's a standard number there. Let's just say they love themselves, but
maybe 16 hours a week actual work.
oh God.
And that's giving them, extra.
Is there anyone else? Is anyone here live with us? Have y'all traveled your whole world over and thought you found true love and they met another and
you were gone. Baby, come back. I heard that one today. I hadn't heard that one in a long time. But I do love the...
All right, hey, you need to know. You need to know.
I need to know a lot of things. What you got?
I got everything for you. Unfortunately, it's hard to live in my mind.
Try mind. My mind. I get it.
Just
I'm
one.
a Scorpio.
But wait, one little. So, you asked me the question, I'll answer it.
What question? Did you give me a hint on a question I'm supposed to ask you?
So, how many people?
How many hours does a people work at a bank or something? I think is what you said.
It's called average hours in places like Greece, places like
Average
Spain.
hours.
All right, so I'm way too
Yes.
educated. The lowest in the world is 22 in Greece. Okay, 22. Canada is not that far. They got one recorded earthquake, which is amazing on a Saturday, right? Is it Saturday or Sunday or
No,
what?
I didn't realize you meant countries. Yes, we are. Yes.
It's Friday, thank God. I can get a.
USA works a lot more hours.
We work on average, and I used to work. I won't lie to you guys. It's scary. Like, I'd work out every day, but I was working 120 hours a week. But at the time, I hear people peeling away in their McLarens every morning when I'm trying to get some sleep, right? And I think, I used to do that same stupid shit. I mean, 700 horsepower to the pavement. I've had more than that. And you know what? In the morning, you get going pretty fast with that cup of coffee and that 750 horsepower. But I am so surprised there is an earthquake on this. I mean, tell me how you're with me a lot. I mean, you.
Yeah. A lot of times I don't comment, but I do watch.
But how many years do you think you've been here? 2, 3, 4?
You were still married.
Damn. So you're. Yeah.
Way back when. Not long after you started.
So my first.
When they were actually suggesting you in the fees.
I mean, guys, I'll show you a chart because I have charts. They got problems with me. We were doing like 50,000 new subscribers a month. I mean, first 2 months we had 50,000. They're like, oh, slow this fucker down. Don't be real to anyone. They really are afraid of, is that a word? Realdom? They're afraid of, anyone going against their narrative, period. So look, now this is is it conundrum? This is weird. One, and we'll go and see if there's more. One little earthquake, and this is going to be probably natural gas or oil right there. I've done a lot of work up there. Nothing else happened. The last one, we know it's last because it's in purple. Up here in the U.S., really, and default depth. just a 3.5. I've been through a 3.5 and nothing falls off the walls or anything. So, you gotta kind of, although on all 3.5s, I was at the bank, a meeting at one. I had to go to 2 hands and 1 knee.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Yeah, basically, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Right. I really don't think I would want to be anywhere near where you feel an earthquake.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like it.
So it doesn't feel like an earthquake. It feels like the displacement of your equilibrium, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's you moving or whatever via the equilibrium. And hey, can y'all believe? Great Sitkin, we've got another one there, actually awakening. Then Spur. If Hayes awakes, I'm sold. If Hayes, anytime, for the last,
Well, my son-in-law's mother lives out by Joey, out by Mount Rainier, that way.
Washington State?
Yeah, and they're moving back to Georgia.
I already know. I'll read some, guys. I'll read some. Yeah, hey, you know what? You know what? Your chances are less than 1%. And that's if you had like underground shelters, all the food snacked up, you could still be a loser. Enjoy your fucking life, guys. I mean, come on. Alright, I love it.
Yeah, you have to keep a better attitude.
That's right.
You know, the negative thoughts, you put it out in the universe, it's going to come back negative.
Yeah. And
And you just have to kind of try not to go down those paths that they want you to go down.
And they're so easy to go down, but you're absolutely correct.
Back away from the rabbit hole.
Remember this. Kind of like the Seinfeld show when George was teaching him how to cheat on the lie detector. And at the end, he'd been training him for weeks. At the end, he grabbed him and said, listen, if you believe it, it's true.
That's true.
And
that is very true.
So,
and that's something I've had to teach my granddaughter lately. The older one. It's like, you have to convince yourself. You have to be okay. You know the whole to thine own self be true.
Oh, it's so much easier to claim this, that, or the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me fucking started.
Well, how about the truth will set you free? It will set you free if you're true to yourself. Don't go around telling everybody else the truth, right?
My sister has only worked 3 years in her life. She has a PhD, and she supposedly writes books, but we have a publishing company. I have like 28 books. My dad's got like 150 books, and she ain't got none. So it's hard for me to believe anyone anymore.
No, I know. Well, you get so much. I mean, you think about it, James, you're in the middle of negativity all day long. Everything you're looking at is negative.
I got an ex-wife, a 13-year-old going through puberty that looks like she's 21. Fans or OnlyFans or whatever the fuck it is. I already know. You know what, guys? 2 videos on YouTube. She has 77,000 subscribers. I almost choked up.
She learned it from watching you.
Well, she always watches me, but she learned it because there's a bunch of dirty old men in the world.
Well, that's true. Yes. check her channel often to make sure that the cake baking and that is where as far as it goes. But you can't protect them enough these days. You really can't, especially young girls, but all kids.
You know, Spanky, I've done a lot of exploration because I had child support. I had another $500 worth of insurance for my daughter when my wife didn't have had lost her job. Then I had alimony. I paid for the $1.2 million mansion. I lived 0.2 miles away from it. This setup here cost me just under $2,000 with like lights, electricity, because I have a bedroom and everything that's for my daughter, right?
Right.
And it's the only condominiums at this. Well, we're in a subdivision, so obviously.
Well, I think I'd be telling the wife they're going up on the rent and you're moving in, move over. She can have one side, you can have the other.
I told her, I have the garage, I'm paying for it, I know that.
Right? Tell her, expect you to cook. You did it before.
Then I was the only one
You did it before.
I cooked every night and cleaned every day. And probably made 99% of the money. I mean, woo. But now it's different. Now it's different.
I'm sure you're paying for the landscaping to be done too.
Well, I am paying the property taxes and other things. But, so, we need to get out of that scene.
Right. Just tell them move over.
This is
Move it on over.
Guys, this is Montgomery County, Texas. The only thing, and my daughter could pass the GED right now today, but they won't let her take it till she's 15. We'll put her right in junior college, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think? It's not that she'll ever not have a place, a room, food at both of our homes. But, you know, when she graduates high school, I get to sell my $1.4 million home, and I got about 70% of that money coming to me, and my life gets to go back to normal. And is that selfish?
No.
I don't give a fuck if it's selfish anymore, man.
But you might as well be enjoying the house while it's still available to enjoy.
Oh, I told her we had 6 bedrooms and 7.5 baths. Could I get a little cubby or something? Because I'm still even paying her money, you know.
Yeah.
And hopefully my daughter's not listening. But while my daughter was not there, she's like, "Yeah, you should move in." I was like, "I'm not gonna do it that way. That was the wrong way I was looking for." She doesn't know how Christian I've become.
Right. Well, you do have to worry about getting back out if you go back in. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But.
We just had a 6.0, by the way. My friends are real mean. They said start joining accounts because we were all drinking the other day. They're all divorced. They all have daughters. They're just like, first thing you do is start joining accounts. Always try to do credit together. They were giving me a list, and I taught them everything they know. So it's kind of a joke, right? Kind of a joke. But I was still on the ground laughing.
But don't you hate it when your advice comes back at you like it's something new?
Well, at least I saved them enough to buy me drinks, steak.
That's right. That's it. That's the way it's supposed to be, right?
I say, I'm not going to charge you this time. Just make sure.
Yep. Does Katie come stay with you much like she used to?
No, she's too mature. She doesn't even stay at our house. And I actually, oh God, I hope she's not listening. I have one of these 18 Pro Plus Air. I followed her all the way to Key West, down every street. I could zoom in with my Apple.
Right.
Pray she's not listening. And guys, she, and this is my guess, y'all probably know more than me about it, right? She has the brand, it was the brand new 13 Pro. There's like a 20 Pro now, right? Or at least 16. But what my iPad Air 18, whatever, did is it took her phone in, and now if I ever hit lost phone, I get to pick if it's mine or hers. So far the iPad, it's the new gun. It's found my phone, like when I'm just out on a drunken deal. My one friend had someone steal his phone from the club, but he didn't realize that we could track him anywhere. So he called the police and had them approach his door, and they gave him the phone back, but no charges were ever, well, whatever.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame the cops for being lackadaisical.
They're
really, some of this stuff.
No,
but there again, you're hired to do a job and they need to do it.
So by your word, cops, you mean the FBI, people that are the federal marshals?
Just local PD or SO.
Well, Texas has a law right now that they can't help out, and I put together a video that I've already got on that, and they're trying to overturn it. But these, can I call them people?
You can call them people.
It's gonna be hard for me. All right. I wanted to show y'all. There's a Mount Spur, 3 eruptions, 30 years. Before that, several in the 1900s. This is all, and they would call it. It's not lower 48. It's mainland USA, right? Mainland.
The contiguous.
Just like Kilauea and Mount Lua.
Yeah. All right.
It's not lower. The only reason I know lower 48 is because I was the manager of the lower 48 in my oil companies several times. Because they need people that know different shit out there in Alaska, and
Right. Yeah.
I don't take it bad. I just thought it was funny that my card always said Vice President Lower 48. I was like, Lower 48. I guess it pisses me off now that I think.
You know what's really bothering me is people are using, instead of USA, they're just using US. And I don't know why all of a sudden it's a pet peeve, or if it's being used more and I've noticed it. But if you're talking about us, put US. If you're talking about USA, add that damn A in there.
Well, this
United
is
States of America.
This is what you don't understand, and I don't know if you traveled or not, but look, I'm really well, at least probably more than anyone I know, which is, I don't know a lot of people, a couple thousand, right? I've been all over North America, and then Central, especially, and South America. And, well, where they don't want y'all to go, and where all the Bushes are buying land, you want me to show you their houses? Paraguay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the oasis.
Yes.
Paraguay. I shouldn't even tell.
I heard you say something about the other day.
I shouldn't even tell y'all
hunters
this.
get out of the country.
So
Was he supposed
listen.
to leave?
No, listen to this. It's even worse than that. He somehow had a federal airplane put Secret Service and Suburbans and fly him to South Africa. Trump found out. He sent at least the 12 Secret Service for one of them home, all of them.
Yep.
And then I think they might still be using State Department vehicles, but I'm sure Trump's on the phone talking to Biden saying, "You want me to have this boy killed? You want me to have?" I mean, I'm just saying that's what I'd be doing.
Right. Yep.
Let me tell you, it's gotten. This is the most serious I've ever seen anything. Now, why would Hunter Biden? The worst place he could be is South Africa, okay? I don't know if y'all don't know a lot about South Africa. I was going to do about 20 films, like longer films about it. It's very close to my heart because there's been over 140,000 white ranchers that have been killed for no reason. And there's a cross for every one of them. And I had a great thing put together. And my dad, I always let him be the last word, said that YouTube, I'm on one strike right now. Let me at least get through this one, right? That ends August 4th, I think, or April 4th, excuse me. It seems like forever, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah. It does. It's not that far away, but yes, it does. So, yeah, it's just about the time you think you have heard it all, they find something else for you to hear.
So, right, I might have told you all this before, but I saw, and I wasn't dreaming. There were trucks coming down the other side of this little mountain road to Cuernavaca. Cuernavaca is the northern part of the valley. Very dangerous road, one of the most in the world. But number one in the world is right here, I-45, where I live. So who cares, right? I saw silver discs or balls and cylinders. And and y'all guys, I'm not lying. Now, I
believe you, because my daughter saw something.
I don't know what and I'm not saying they're UFOs. I'm not saying they're aliens. Every day I ran one errand with bodyguards. I had a Suburban in front of me, Suburban behind me, a driver. I was the international attorney, right? I was that boy. And let me tell you, everyone saw everything. Little balls going to that, it's called Kelly, or we'll figure it out real quick. Look, I lived in San Luis Potosí. Y'all want to see pictures of the actual mafioso spot that I lived in? Y'all want to see?
Sure.
Y'all probably should.
Yeah.
So,
I went to Nuevo Laredo once. But that was when it was safe. Yeah. That was mid-70s. So, yeah. That was a long time ago.
alright. I got 20 texts. Where were we at? 20 texts, guys. Miss Charmer, what was I going to do?
You were going to show us where you lived. Not now.
Oh, okay, I will.
Yeah. That place.
Yeah, that place. What we can probably do is just Google Earth.
Yeah, I almost called you earlier today.
Did you? I always
I
love.
should have.
I always,
Just see how you were doing.
I always love hearing from you.
Yeah.
You know I do. Let me move you back to the.
Just so I can talk to an adult.
Don't call me then. Whoa. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pull up and teach y'all. There's one side of Mexico City, the north side. It's the old road to Cuernavaca, and I had a house in Cuernavaca. I won't lie. I was very well taken care of. Oh, I was gonna send y'all pictures of the real mafia. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be, if y'all think and y'all realize what I'm showing y'all, this will be one of the most educational moments of your lives here. That's a lot for me to say, isn't it? If I can figure out how these phones and shit work. Whoa. Oh, sorry. It's Martha.
No problem. Yeah, I heard Jerome last night.
Was he misbehaving or?
No, I can't understand what he's saying.
He's not a great reader. Well, I'm sure he's listening.
For some reason, my ears don't hear his words.
And you know what? Mine neither. But you know what? Anyone that'll do it is better than so many people that won't.
Right. Yeah, I didn't get that far. He was talking, and you said something. I'm not sure what happened.
There's a psych button. I'm still learning.
With Amy or whatever.
I got a decent Apple phone. I'm still learning it. I'm so sorry, guys.
You need to get the Samsung 24 Ultra Plus.
I bought that for the wife. S Plus, I think. S Plus.
That's what I've got. I like it.
It's got the actual best camera in the whole world.
Yes. I could get some really good pictures if I knew how to set them.
Well, for about $3 or $4 on Amazon, you can buy these little stands, and they hold your phone on tripods, and some of them move 100 times.
Yeah.
And
I can get standing in the backyard. We're not really in a flight pattern, but sometimes I'll see a plane going over, commercial carrier. I'll zoom in on it, and I can at least get colors and tell who it is.
Let's.
It should be able to do better than that.
Hey, since I actually have been to, I'm gonna put you over here. I've actually been to this mafia house I'm about to show you. I know exactly where it is. I have Google ground view right up here. And they love me. I won't give addresses out. Well,
no, that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Hopefully, I'll still live.
That's right. We want you tomorrow back on air.
For me, it's just fun. All right. So I always say I knew exactly where I was. Well, when you're in the middle of Mexico, let me rephrase all that. If you know what province or state you're in, you're doing good. I was looking for the town of, not the. Well, we're gonna have to do this another time. I can see that right now. All right, so what we got here. I think it's called, there it is right there, Popocatépetl, and that's where I saw all the I would call them silver. Look like a piece of silver. Both balls and long things going in and out of this volcano. I lived there for 2.5 years doing international law, and the whole time, every time I went down, I saw it. I mean, unless I was hallucinating, guys, and I was sober at the time, okay? But I did see that, and if we can zoom in this way, I was hoping. I'm going to show you all the valley in Mexico City. So, see your dad in Mexico, right? And that, it looks far away, but it's not. And Cuernavaca's up the other side. So it took me an hour to drive down to Mexico City from Cuernavaca. So I'd watch that thing I'm looking for. If y'all were from Mexico, there's several, even from America, several gun shows there, but I don't see it. I thought it would be easy.
Yes.
You know, you always...
No, it's funny that I when my hair was dark, I often was mistaken even by people from Mexico thought I was Mexican. But I'm not. So they start talking to me and I was like,
when people, you know, when they call, you're racist, I'm thinking, I dated a Spanish girl for 13 years. How am I racist?
Right. Exactly.
And I lived in Mexico for 3 of them. So,
I'm Scottish, Irish, English, and French. Already have internal conflict. I can't be racist.
And you know what?
Those people have fought each other for decades.
And you know what? You're a Jew too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're all
French Canadian.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're all Jew. Everyone's Jew. So
we might be related.
A lot of action up there at the Sitkins. I don't, even if it went off, unless all of them start to pop off when we have like an ash winter, this is just an exercise, right? I'm not trying to be a jerk, but, and there, to me, seems like there's a good chance of all of them starting to go off based on, USGS warnings and hell, another 5.0. There's a little movement, and I'm gonna do a poll. Who believes in Planet X? I'm gonna do it right now. I can't wait, and I won't ask for names because I might not ever respect you again. How should I ask it? Is Planet X real? Is Martha?
I'm real.
How should I ask the question?
Do you believe that Planet X is real? Or is it Memorex? Memorex? Yep. I don't know. You know, a friend of mine that lives down in Mississippi there just got back from somewhere in Mexico. She travels all over the place. She even goes by herself. It's like, I don't know how to do that, but you have a good time. I think she lives down there close to your parents.
Down the Biloxi way?
Yeah. She's, is it Long Beach?
Hold on, man. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
I can't remember. I can look it up.
No, I'm just trying to get if you know what I was doing. I hit the wrong button. I hit poll instead of question instead of poll. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to hit the right button. I mean, talk about little problems. I just found it, right? Talk about little problems.
That's what she said.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. It was there.
Hey.
It was there. Too easy.
Hey, you're like my Stetchfield on. Whoa.
Right. Right.
I'd like 10 more of you throwing some good jokes out like that.
You just never know. I get in a lot of trouble for my jokes.
Oh,
But that's okay.
that was my we call that mild where I'm from.
Right.
All right.
I told you why the chicken crossed the road, didn't I?
What's our poll? I
don't see a poll.
No. What are we gonna poll?
You're gonna ask something about Planet X.
Yeah. I just not quite. Is.
You just saw like shiny bright object, right?
I gotta say in play. Because they can say, "Oh, well, there's a million rogue planets, so that's an easy one, right?"
Well, if Planet X exists, does that explain Uranus' orbit?
I think we pretty much explained all, but I think we I mean, I watch it every day and read it. I think my anus, Uranus, I think it's orbiting pretty well.
Isn't there some anomalies with?
Well, I think it takes, and for us, like 100 years is a long time, but for the universe, maybe 100 million years is a long time for it to get lined up into these perfect circles that you see now.
Yes,
right?
a long time.
No, obviously, if y'all don't believe in creationists, that means your IQ is extremely low, because think about things like the lunar eclipse, and then on the 29th, the solar eclipse. It's completely goofy. Obviously, we're just being brought through, I would say, a rat's maze. Isn't that sad?
What is it? Planet X really hasn't been discovered yet?
They said it was in 84. They said it wasn't. And then...
And it's just a debate.
It's not in the Bible. Wormwood's in the Bible, and they say it's only as big as a mountain. But it does turn 1/3 of the sea to bitter and kills all the animals. So...
That does not sound promising.
That has to happen first. I want everyone to know we had I know we have a lot of friends up there in the New York area. Tiffany.
Yes.
And lots of you guys. We had a 1.
Tiffany's a sweetheart. I love her. She's fun.
We had a 1.8. Right there in Gladstone, New Jersey, guys, which is,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Anyone with eyes that can see, you can see that this is a fault line, right? Watch my cursor. I don't know if y'all can see my cursor or not, but I don't know what setting I have it on, but this is a fault line here. Just like if this is the New Madrid, this looks worse. Okay, so never be surprised. And then every time y'all see something happen in Boston, well, we have a volcanic range going right up into Boston. These look like volcanoes here and here, right? So,
well, they do kind of have that funny little wavy push mountain from the west, right?
I think I see a volcano that's erupted tens of thousands in the feet above the highest mountain zone in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure yet. Let me see. Oh, I nailed it. All right, it's nailed. Wow, Yellowstone's going off. I won't lie to y'all. This is a nail. All right, so negative 3.4 kilometers. Watch now.
I want to ask you about that circle out there in the west.
Well, hold on one second.
Yeah, I'll let you finish what you're doing.
2 feet. 2 feet. I'm just trying to remember what I'm doing. It's going to be like 11,000. I pretty much have the number, but I guess we might as well convert it. Convert. It's a bad converter. Meters to, damn, what a slow piece of crap.
That was all earthquakes today? My goodness.
Wow. Well, why don't we just type it in then? It should say it right here. So where it doesn't. Anybody? 11,000 something, 11,400, something like that. We got a space in here. There it is. With a space, everything worked out. 11,154. Right? Right? Janet.
That's what it says.
So then, look. That's Salt Lake City. I've spent many of months there doing these oil deals in this area here and gas deals here. And that's how I know.
And that's feet, right?
Ma'am?
That's feet that you're talking about.
Steet.
Feet. F-E-E-T. Like foot, feet.
This is a 11,000. Well, let me rephrase that. The mountain that we can find here, and we're about to go look at the mountain heights, we'll probably find 9,000, but we're not going to find 11, 12,000 like we just saw. These are called airquakes. Airquakes. And they go off just like earthquakes, but they go off up and above the land formation. So I guess some of y'all are seeing your first airquake, right? Remember, 11,154. Y'all are like, James is nuts, man. He's nuts. He's nuts.
But that's why we keep coming back.
Well, only because I can keep proving I'm right.
There's consistency here, right?
I always wondered if that one time I messed up. Whoa. Remember, this is all of the Collindale. Y'all know the Chiapas Plateau, and right below that, the Chiapas Pyramids, the same name as the 3 pyramids in Egypt. And there's only 2 companies. Everything to me is a company. Only 2 countries in the world that we give money to still. in billions. That's Israel. We're getting a lot of money right now. The other one is Egypt, which I couldn't make sense of. Couldn't make sense of Egypt. That's why I thought I'd throw that in. Because more mines, the better. Anons, right? All right.
But we don't know what's under Egypt.
Right. Well,
There's too much sand to get to anything out there.
Nah.
Yep. Spanky, the reason the chicken crossed the road was to prove to the possum it can be done.
But the possum got hit by the car.
Exactly. So the chicken crosses the road is showing it really can be done. You don't have to get smacked in the middle of the road.
All right, so I know where I'm at now. What I'm looking for, guys, is something called Price, Utah. And
You see that picture you have up right now?
look, there's Price. This is how well I know America. When 17 states, oil and gas, for 35 years, I almost want to cry about it. Everyone says, God, he's living the best life, the best cars, the best everything.
That whole, now it's an oblong. It's been a circle right there. And now that whole mountain range or whatever has gone oblong, and now there's that little small one.
So I'm going to kind of agree with you, believe it or not. You have a photographic memory like me. This is a little bit different.
Look like it's been looking, and it wasn't been looking like it looked before.
So I'm actually going to agree with you. And regular, I'd say this chick needs some counseling, but look, I'm pulling this as quick as we can here. And then I'm going back to map and find it here.
Well, the magma under Yellowstone's moving.
So look,
east, right?
The biggest we've got 95. I believe it's probably moving southeast. Just a guess. 95 guys. These are big ones. 10, 11, not bad at all. But we're actually in this area over here with the 6,500, and right here 6,100, 5,900. This is where we saw. Now look at it. I'll bet y'all, because you know I've done this before. So zoom in. Oh God, there's two of them, and that was the opposite. It's deep. And she's right there where this is, so we can get right back. Look, I mean, we're there on peak 7638, right there, 6568. But I'm over 11,100 and something feet, right? Twice as high as any of these peaks. I just thought I'd show y'all. It's called an airquake.
Well, I've been to like 10,000 feet in Colorado. And it does get a little harder to breathe up there. You know, whatever Albuquerque is, it's like 7,000 some odd feet above sea level. I guess you're talking about sea level.
Hey, if y'all ever want mud fossils, he called me this week trying to come on.
That man's not being recognized the way he should be. I've got a rock. I swear, I've got a rock. I'll make a picture of it and send it to you. It looks like.
Well, he's hard to follow. He's very not with me, because you know I'll just let him do whatever. But
yeah,
he fights instead of tries to figure out another way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like old Roger, but
yeah, I like Roger too. And he's got a lot to teach, but it's hard
to learn from him.
Yeah.
And it's almost charlatan, I won't lie, because without proper explanations, you can call anything charlatan, right?
Yeah.
So South Dakota guys, look, this is bad. I told y'all, and I hate to always be right. I do, although I don't.
know, me too.
I mean, are you always right too?
Yeah, I'm always right.
That's
I'm never
all right.
wrong.
Oh.
Just ask me.
Just ask me. But, I'd said the Central Plains in the east was going to be on fire. Now the other side, just out of the blue. It's not.
What have you got going on over here in Atlanta?
Y'all got you got two big forest fires, red flag warnings, yellow
I'm glad
flag.
you heard it here first. Yep.
I mean, I was getting to it. At least you're
Yeah, no,
up.
I just saw the flames, and I know that there's a fire
There's two.
ban. You can't burn anything right now.
Oh, there's no ban. It's 152 acres on fire right there in the Fish Hook incident. Dun dun.
Da-dun, da-dun, da. Yeah.
1,102 acres, 0% contained. That's right on top of you, and then we got over here and.
Yeah, I'd like to know where that is.
Well, what do you want me to do? Drive you there?
Would you?
Look,
You driving here or?
guys, these are all these look brand new fires all over these roads, every road. People have thrown out cigarettes. What this shit is,
Yes.
they don't know any better. They're stupid.
They're not taught around here. Don't do that.
These
You
are-
should just be-
This is part of the big thick of where I live. But look, these. Hold on, guys. So, big thicket here. Started day. All these 5, 6 still going. I don't think they can stop it. I think the whole East Coast will burn. Guy will take it by fire and brimstone, as he promises time. And just to top it off, we've got, well, it's contained 200 up there. But look, red flag, even worse. Where I'm at, yellow. Yellow makes a red flag look like someone out screaming weenie. That means fire warning, not fire, tsunami warning versus tsunami, right? This is really, really bad for us. And then look right above me. Just this is all of Colorado here. This could be all of Kansas and Missouri real quick, and Oklahoma. This is South Dakota and Nebraska right now. These are fire warnings. They're not even red flag warnings.
What are those orange dots? Spots.
Those are small fires.
Well, damn.
Yeah, I've got
I
a.
better get the fire hydrant cranked up, right? So, luckily, there's one at the end of the yard, but
Well,
yeah.
the most important thing, guys, is your air quality. I will say tonight, it only looks like part of Georgia over here. It's got some really bad air quality.
Yeah, I was trying to look up kind of where.
So these are wildfire incidents. As you can see here, 157. So just 5 parts per million increases your lung cancer percentage by 18% in life. This is not where you want to be partying. I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Most of the fires are in and around Oklahoma, Missouri, but I believe that this could spread very, very quickly. And by very quickly, I mean so quick that it could burn all the East Coast down, all of it. Then what would have? Seattle and Portland, Oregon, and Seattle. Y'all got it. Hopefully y'all watching and listening.
Yeah, I'm kind of due east of Atlanta, not kind of east northeast. We got the Sumter National Forest in South Carolina, but I don't see anything directly around.
Do you have trees? If you don't have trees growing, like me, there is a pine tree every 2 inches for 3,000 miles in every direction, at least.
Yeah.
So when I try to get out of here, I've got a bunch of stupid people from California to deal with. I don't know how it would go. I really don't. They're so stupid. I just don't know.
So the red's the more recent fires?
I don't understand how these people in California made all this money to buy our homes for 4 times what they're worth. But, I mean, the whole thing is just, hard to understand.
It's a soup sandwich.
Right? What does that mean?
Yep. Soup sandwich. It's impossible to understand.
It is impossible.
Yep.
So, look, guys, low pressure, subtropical lows, even coming into Alaska here in Canada. Then look at the Central Plains. Wow, man. What day is that? God, this is going to be a rough week, man. 1 and 2 days out, we got huge. And then look at that tornado outbreak. That's on the 24th. It looks like we're going to be live with people. Well, tornadoes are the most dangerous that I think we have.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
They're pretty vicious.
Storm surge. If you live on the beach, storm surge, but if not, nothing is like a tornado that's 5 miles wide, right?
Oh gosh, some of those the other day were horrendous. There were a lot of people caught video of them.
Yeah, I can't believe, I didn't get great video, but I can't believe that they said that there were F4 pluses. That's a big tornado.
Yes.
And here's the USA. We'll put the PM 2.5, the deadliest particulate known to man, in play. And anyway,
Now, where does that particulate come from?
So there's 4 places I've read, and I've read like 100 times looking for more information. Wildfires are number 1. Heavy industrial, nuclear power plants, and volcanoes. Those are the 4. At least I got them.
Well, there you go. There's not much getting away from them. There really isn't. So, yeah.
I'm going to put this in play. So how's how far is your grocery store?
4 miles. Well, Walmart. I've got another one a couple of miles the other way.
So you live in the country?
Yeah, fairly much.
I mean, I would call that
country, but yeah, it was.
Y'all know that I don't live in the country, right? I mean, I live in
This county was made up they pulled pieces out of 3 other counties and made this county. I don't know why, but they did.
With guns and shotguns.
Do what? I'm sorry?
with guns and shotguns. That's how it works.
Yes.
Look at Florida, guys. I want you to watch Florida from tomorrow. I'm going to go in. Look at this. Remember, I told y'all, just 5 nanograms per meter cubed. And I'm going to get you 10 times that. Y'all want some lung cancer? Jump down to Tallahassee. Bondi, where are you?
Yeah. Someone was talking about, what's the brown stuff on the map? Something I was watching.
Oh, and I'm sure they got it wrong.
I told him to come over here and watch you. You'll explain.
So I have another fun. So I guess 2/3 of you guys believe that Planet X is real, and well, science proves that we have over 1 million rogue planets, not in the universe, not in the super cluster galaxies, but within this galaxy. The problem is we have over 1 million black holes, too. So it can all get way too interesting, way too quickly.
So is Planet X biblical?
No, it's never been mentioned. Hopi prophecies. What is biblical is wormwood, if you might remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
And it said as big as the biggest mountain, and it hits in the middle of the sea and kills a lot of the sea life. But what they're talking about there is a comet or asteroid, which, believe it or not, is one of the precursors that I'm waiting for. Now, an impact like what they're talking about, a lot of people would die, even if it's in the middle of the ocean, okay?
Yes.
Period.
There's a lot of people on the coast.
You know, they say about just under 90% of people live within 30 miles of the coast. And I think people are attracted to the water because we're all reptilians. I'm kidding.
Well, we have the same pH as the ocean.
Oh, do we?
Uh-huh.
All right.
That's why your fingers don't wrinkle in the ocean.
Oh, God, near me. I'm in the big thicket. There's a pine tree every 6 inches. If all these freaks from listen, if the freaks from California, they get like, you know how they'll freeze. They'll freeze. There is a critical fire weather possible coming right at me. The only thing I want to do is catch fire. That'd be the worst death, especially when you've got just imbeciles with their children that they're burning up in front of you, behind you, because they wanted to wave someone on at the stop sign. Well, it's coming to a town near you. So we see all of Michigan, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Minnesota, Indiana, all mixed precipitation. And then it looks like heavy snow coming down from Iowa. That's today. Tomorrow, boy, you folks up in the north, we do feel sorry for you guys, but
yeah,
not that much.
Not enough to feel bad for?
No. And then, of course, Sunday we should have tornadoes popping up from Texas to Arkansas to Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana. And that'll be our next shit show with another soon to follow. Hey,
Yeah.
Adrian Campbell. Did anyone see Amy on? Or
Yeah, I wondering what happened to Amy. I haven't seen her. She said something about going on a trip.
no, she told me earlier today, I think she was on the live. And I think she cut her hand or something, so.
No, okay.
In the meantime, we have to get the Spirit of the Lord in you people. So, I wish I had it in me and I was a preacher. I'm no false prophet. I'm no false preacher. What I am
I wish
is...
we could replay Teresa's, is what I really wish we could do.
Gosh, how do you think I feel?
I know.
She was a big part of who I am as a person.
She is through and through genuine, yes.
And not only was she a big part as who I was as a person, I fill a void, but she was also a big part of how y'all got along, how the channel went, etc. Okay? So...
she was just the sweetest. Her voice was angelic. And when she read, she took her time and read it to you, not at you, if that makes sense. And I don't know if you would be willing to try to recapture some of that.
Well, I have 11 labs, guys, and I'm a genius, so I can pull any reading and make her read it. Unfortunately, I'd have to have her probably family permission.
That's what I was going to suggest, yes.
I actually own 11 labs and AI 4 Pro, so y'all would never tell the difference, but then I'm starting to think, am I falling into that sick thing that they want me to, or should I be able to let Miss Teresa go? And, well...
She was here for a reason.
Well,
and she came across all our paths for a reason.
and she came not only across a few, but a lot more paths than you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
She was busy.
Yes.
So...
Yeah, I just love to hear her speak. She was so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
of course, we didn't know her like you did, but we all admired her and appreciated her and enjoyed her.
I knew the, hey, there's Amy, I think. She might be reading, so let me let you go, okay?
Okay, all right, sounds good. Good talking to you.
James Coppin, World News Report today. Who am I speaking with?
Amy.
All right, you all right?
Yeah, I've been on the whole time. I've been trying to chat and it's blocked.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out.
I think last night I said something about Elon, and I think one of the wrenches blocked me, and they haven't unblocked. But I've been on the whole time, but nobody knew I was there.
When I started YouTube, wrenches couldn't block anyone. Now they can even throw you off their channel. So.
Well, something happened by somebody last night, so nobody knew I was on the whole night.
Well, at least you heard us, and we're hoping you might call and are reading.
Yeah. I have been really pressed to read chapter 21 Revelations today.
All right, is it Revelations 21 or 21 Revelations?
Revelations 21. Hey, Adrian. I said hey to Darlene and everybody earlier. Nobody could hear me say hey.
All right. 20. Oh, God, this is my. It's over in my notes. This is my favorite part of the book. Watch this. This should scare you. Is it
This is your favorite one?
or 24, 21, 24? It just. I have it over here. Because
I love all of Revelations, but 21 was screaming at me today, so.
I was going to read it, but I said that I was not worthy.
He's worthy. We're all worthy.
All right, so we'll do it your way, King James, right?
Yep. And I saw a new heaven. You start out.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. I love that. And he that sat there upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things anew. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and the sorcerers, and the idolaters, and the liars, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. There shall come unto me one of the seven angels, which is the seven vials full of the seven last plagues, and talked to me, and said, Come hither, I will show thee the bride and the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed that the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. And they had a great wall, and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names that written thereon were the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Remember the night before last when I was telling you about the 12,000 people being picked out of the 12 tribes?
I do.
Okay, so this is what they're talking about right here. Every tribe name is going to be on the gates. So on the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. On the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. So, sounds like a Rubik's Cube. And he measured the wall thereof, and 144 cubits, according to the measure of man, that is, of the angel. And the building of the wall, it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manners of precious stones. First foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, and the fourth emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysosolite, the
8th beryl, the 9th topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, and the 11th jasper, and the 12th amethyst. My favorite. It's like the best. The 12th is my favorite.
Hey, out of the last three, that's the only one I've ever heard of.
Oh, yeah?
Christosaurus.
You've heard of sapphire, they're blue.
Yeah, I meant
And emeralds.
You bet. I'm just keeping up.
And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. And every several gate was one pearl. So like a whole gate was a huge pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, and it was as if it was transparent glass. There I saw no temple therein, for the Almighty God, Lord God Almighty, and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of a sun, neither of the moon, to shine in it. For the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it. And the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And there shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. And there shall be no wise enter in it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination, or maketh a lie, but they that are written in the Lamb's book of life. Amen.
Amen. Yeah, and that
If
is...
you ever wondered what heaven looks like, it's a very, very good description right there.
All right, tell me what you think it looks like from that description, please.
Okay, so I gotta look up how long a furlong is. But, it's a Rubik's Cube because it's the length and the breadth and the width, so it's an exact cube of 144 cubits, I think it is. Or 1,000, let's see. 12,000 furlongs. However long that is. And it was 144 cubits.
All right.
So maybe this is the same. But anyway, it's got jasper, it's got all these emeralds and chalcedony and sardonyx. It's like layers, like walls.
So there's someone that's evil, and I'm fairly sure on inside information, I can't tell you how I got, they have a cube that falls to earth, and y'all would know the name. And I'm trying to remember it right now, but
talking about the toy, the Rubik's Cube?
No, ma'am. I'm talking about the 140,000, and is it Redicon's cube, or y'all help me out?
Rubicon's?
No. Kind of like Ezekiel's wheel.
Okay.
So that's the realm we're in, and it's the cube that falls to earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have to look it up, but that's all going to be real, and it's already started to happen.
Well, it might be heaven.
Is it Patreon? What the hell is the name?
But it's got Pearl's Gate. It's got 12 gates, and they're all one pearl, and they got, gold streets that, look clear. And there's, this bright light, but it's not from, sun or moon. It's from God, Jesus.
All right, Metreon.
And all these different colored, layered stone, walls with all these beautiful stones. And there's no telling what it looks like as far as the buildings inside, or if there are buildings. It just tells you what the walls look like.
All right. I think I've said it right because they brought us to the right place. Metreon's cube, if anyone can help me out right now, greatly appreciated. It brings up the tree of life. And Metreon's cube they've got a lot of footage, the Navy and Air Force, of these cubes, steel cubes falling out. Now, they could be satellites, could be pieces of aircraft or ISS or whatever the hell they're doing up there. But have y'all ever heard of, is it Metrion's cube or?
I'll look it up. I haven't heard it.
Y'all not heard of that?
I've heard of Rubik's Cube, but not any other cube.
This is in the Bible. Metrons. I'll take one letter out of it.
But can you unblock me?
I can.
Or does the wrench have to do that?
Right now I don't have a wrench, but I'll figure it out tonight or tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to say hey to everybody and then know that I'm there.
You're there? Metron.
Metron, okay.
So, and I don't know if you see anything about that in your studies, tell me why Metron's cube falls to Earth. It's some part of the Bible, and there's a lot more to it than I'm giving you guys. The only reason is because I was in one of the most situations where we think we saw it fall to the earth where we're drilling in West Texas. Metron's cube, something like that.
I'll look it up. See if I can find some scripture on it for tomorrow.
Rubik.
Rubik's the one that we played with growing up.
I hope they're kidding. They're not that. Here it is. Metrons, that's how you spell it, cube. So I gotta tell you, it's a tree of life. It's all living things. It's the ether. It's me. If I say something, hey. It's also the Star of David. I the Jews. It symbolizes harmony, creation.
And so each one of those gates, those 12 gates that has the pearls, has the name of one of the tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes. Like the Dan and the Zebulon and the Benjamin and Reuben and Gad. And I remember a lot of them when I was a kid. I had to memorize them in Sunday school.
It says, and this is right in line with what you're talking about, we're not that far off. Metron's cube is said to contain 100% of all the geometric shapes and or patterns that exist in the world. It's a simple diagram. I call it simple. It's probably not that simple. It symbolizes balance, harmony, creation, protection, and healing.
Well, I need all that.
Well, take a look at one at least.
I need balance. Because, I get up and it's spring break and I'm working my butt off all day. I'm dealing with everything, billing and paying and complaints and, praises and everything and pictures. I've micromanaged this business to death, and then whenever I get home, I just want to go to sleep. And so it's hard for me to stay awake and do this. So I do all my work that I can do, by 7 after I eat, and then try to take a little mini nap before you go on, so I can get up to read.
The real problem is I'd rather go at 10, but it would be still 8 o'clock, and I would be home. 99% of the people, and not that I've got your cameras on your TVs, watching their bed. It symbolizes balance, harmony, creation, protection, and healing.
I need to heal.
The symbol has been used in meditation, architecture, of course, for sure, fashion, jewelry, tattoos, the arts, and spirituality. It is said that the symbol can replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts.
That's what you need. Just the other night, you said you had negative thoughts.
This one symbol, I want to zoom in, can replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts.
Why don't you get that big tattoo on your back tomorrow?
I'm not the tattoo kind of guy.
I'm not either, but I was just making a joke. If you could get a picture of it and put it up all over your walls in your room. You know?
Excuse
I'm
me.
going to put one in my room. I definitely need it in my life.
Another hard pass. Alright, guys. Well, hey, Miss Amy, what wonderful read. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey.
And try to unblock me, please.
Guys, I've been making videos since about 9:45, so we can make that about 15 hours. So, yeah, I'm bound to say something that really pisses someone off soon. Best case scenario, get some sleep, try it all over again tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So, with that said, I want to thank Miss Amy for reading for us.
Thanks for letting me read.
Really appreciate that. Appreciate everyone that joined us tonight. Please try to share some of the daily small 2-minute videos that are have so much information. It seems like when I talk to people outside of our little realm, if you will, they don't know what's going on, and it's worrisome. They need to also. And then they can go fact check it. They can go do this.
You scared me to death with that thing over Tallahassee. Because I live only an hour from Tallahassee.
The spaceship, it was in...
No, the air quality.
Oh, I can't help that.
What's causing that? Is it the Sahara Desert? What is that stuff that's causing all that stuff in the air?
Regularly. Those are... And the worst part about it is the deserts did not usually cause PM 2.5. Maybe some PM 10, but never 2.5. And either they've gotten hotter or drier, that they're bringing those smaller particles. All an air pollutant really means, guys, is it can get into your lung system, and then with PM 2.5, the smallest one known to man, the one we're dealing with everywhere, all of a sudden, it'll break that blood-brain barrier and go into your brain, and then it'll kill you. I mean, I'm not trying to scare you.
But it's up in the 70s, and I live in the Panhandle, right around the corner from Tallahassee.
Hey, Daryl, I want to see how Daryl's doing. I didn't even see that. I want to see how Daryl's doing.
We're praying for you, Daryl.
I am my brother, man. If you ever want to come to the Woodlands, I got an extra room, extra bathroom, and all I can promise you is 2-3 nights of good steaks. That's it. So all I promise. But
I want steaks too.
well
I know, dear. We love you, Daryl. Good night.
Thank y'all. And here's my coffee link, guys.
When I tried to send a super chat, and it blocked me. So if you unblock me, you can get a super chat.
Buy us a cup of coffee. We'll think about it. Whoa!
I'll see if it'll let me. It blocked me from everything else.
I hear that. Hey.
Alright, good night.
God bless all you guys. Y'all be safe. Don't be sorry. Turn around. Don't drown. It's a joke. Thank y'all so much. God bless. Please share. Please subscribe. And always remember, it seems like anything's possible in Bizarro World.
That's right.
Thank y'all.